Black candidates achieved some big milestones during the midterm elections. Democrat Maxwell Frost from Florida is going to be the first member of Congress from Generation Z. And voters in Maryland elected their first black governor, Democrat Wes Moore. CBS News exit polling found that black voters accounted for 11% of total voters in the U.S. That group tied Hispanic voters as the second largest demographic to turn out to cast their ballots. So for more on this, I want to bring in NAACP President Derrick Johnson. Thanks for joining us again. So let's talk a little bit about this. I don't know how many times I said that this was going to be sort of consequential elections, very, very important. But we also know that people don't come out as much as they do for midterm elections as they do for presidential elections. When you look at the midterm results across the board, where would you say black voter turnout was the most influential?
Well, the state of Georgia, of course, it was tremendous. But as we look at all of the races across the country, it is no doubt that the voters in Pittsburgh and in Philadelphia made a big difference from Pennsylvania. What took place in Michigan, where people thought it was going to be, it was a little close, but black voters in Southeast Michigan, particularly in Detroit, actually showed up really strong. We are seeing a trending of African Americans increasing their vote share because of the urgency of the moment. And many of them, from candidate to issue to issue, understand that the transaction of elections will have an impact on their everyday lives.
The African-American vote is not a monolith. We already know that. But that being said, what were the issues driving black voters to the polls?
Of course, inflation was a big issue. The threat to democracy is always a concern. Opportunity and the feeling that there is not enough opportunity. And so when you go to the gas pump, it is a problem for many African Americans who work every day but have to fill up their tank of gas. The present danger of white supremacist activity in this country bubbles up as well, because we've seen what the last administration did in terms of opening the floodgates for individuals being more emboldened to display their white supremacist rhetoric. So those are all things that African Americans are concerned about.
I know the NAACP has been right on top of any attempts at voter suppression. You launched a website to report and track voter suppression. What sort of reports have you been getting in?
Well, we filed several lawsuits on yesterday to extend poll hours in Texas and North Carolina because of problems at polling places where voters were standing on lines and could not cast a ballot. We've seen individuals at counties in Georgia where the local sheriff and his deputies were standing at the door with a clear threat to many African-American voters, so we had to address that. And then outside of that, you had the normal machine malfunctioning and flight attempts. And fortunately, as things are revealed and reported, we find that people kind of go back in their shell and try new tricks.
So this is a little bit of a departure from election stuff directly, but we know that social media has had incredible impact on the way people consume information about the elections and misinformation. So you recently met with Elon Musk. I think it's really interesting. You raised concerns with him about his speech policy changes at Twitter because he has suggested that Twitter could become a little bit of a free-for-all. So we know what you said, and maybe you can clarify what you said to him. But what was the response from Elon Musk? Did he get what the concerns were?
I can't say he got them. He just said, "Oh yes, we agree. We share the same views." He talked about the importance of free speech. Well, we agree to free speech, but there should be guardrails. We said there should be an election integrity unit in place to tamper down on misinformation, particularly around the election outcomes. He said he absolutely agreed, but he laid off half his workforce. We talked about the importance of the platform being a space for voice, but not picking winners and losers in terms of the political space. He came out this weekend and said, vote for Republicans. So, his comments in the meeting was a departure from his actions after the meeting. And that's why, along with our partners, we have serious concerns about not only Twitter, but social media platforms, because they are like public utilities. And they are the place where far too many individuals go and consume their information, although much of that information is misleading at best and harmful at worst.
Derrick Johnson, thank you very much.